Okay, we just finished up the note card 166, the triangle exterior angle theorem. And I just want to remind you that this exterior angle is equal to the sum of these two remote interior angles that are not right next to it. They are not adjacent. I remember them but being remote is because I imagine you would sit right here on your couch or your bed, and over here is your TV, and you need the remote control to change it. If you were right here by your TV, you could use the buttons on the side, which you guys may not ever have done that, but you could. So anyway, the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles. All right, note card 167. This is triangle exterior angle theorem examples. Started off with the fairly simple one. We have an exterior angle and we have a question mark. And we know that these two angles right here have to equal 124. So to find the question mark, we would have to say 77 plus what equals 124. Subtract 77, and we would get that question mark angle is 47. And you can check yourself by doing 47 plus 77, and it does equal 124. Now over here it gets trickier because we have binomial expressions with variables, but it's still the same process. We know that this angle 4 right here is equal to angle 2 plus angle 1. So I'm going to set it up that way. 10x plus 40 equals 9x minus 3 plus 6x plus 8. Then you just follow algebra rules. You combine like terms on the right side. So I left the 10x plus 40, and on the right, 9x plus 6x is 15x, and then negative 3 plus 8 is plus 5. Then I subtracted the 10x and subtracted the 5. Again, this stuff you should know how to do, so hopefully you're pretty comfortable with how I'm getting to 35 equals 5x. And then you divide by 5, and you get that x is 7. Now, what if I actually wanted you to find the measure of angle 1, 2, 3, and 4? Okay. So I started with angle 1. I went and plugged 7 in. 42 plus 8 is 50. Then I'm going to go to angle 2, plug 7 in because we got x is 7. 9 times 7 is 63, minus 3 is 60. I went to angle 4 next because that's the next natural progression because it has an expression there. So 10 times 7 plus 40 is 110. And then to get angle 3, I know that this angle now is 110 degrees. Back prior to one of the earlier sections of the unit, you know these are supplementary because they make up a straight line. So 180 minus 110 is 70. So I know angle 3 is 70 degrees. Pause me and finish up note card 167. Note card 168, I did want you to do another example. This has a quadratic term, so I want to just remind you of that quadratics are going to keep popping up and popping up, okay? Now, we do have an exterior angle of 16x. It's going to be equal to x squared plus 5 plus 8x plus 10 because those are the remote interior angles. So you set that up. And then you combine like terms on the right side. Okay, so I get x squared plus 8x plus 15. I need to get, when I have a quadratic, I need to get a 0. So I subtracted 16x. And I got 0 equals x squared minus 8x plus 15. Then I factor that. What times what is 15 but adds to give you negative 8? And that's negative 5 and negative 3. And so I factored it. And just check yourself. X squared minus 3x minus 5x would give me minus 8x and then plus 15. And then you do the zero product property, so x can equal 5 or 3. And I just checked it, make sure there's not an extraneous solution, and both 5 and 3 work. How you do that is you plug 5 into all of it and make sure that whatever you get here is equal to these two added together. Okay, then you do the same thing with 3. Pause me and finish up note card 168. All right. The next note card is note card 169. I think I had moved that on. So go ahead and pause me and finish up note card 168 if you haven't already. All right, note card 169, base angles of an isosceles triangle. You should know already what an isosceles triangle is. If you don't, make a little side note that an isosceles triangle is a triangle with two congruent sides, okay? Now, in an isosceles triangle, we have what we call a vertex angle, and we have two base angles, okay? These are your congruent legs, and I do want you to label all of this in your picture. This is your base. These two red ones are your base angles. The base angles on an isosceles triangle are congruent. Pause and finish this note card.